let me put my professor glasses on for this one, because I was waiting on somebody, because I knew somebody was gonna say something about this one right here. So let me make sure the professor glasses are on. Professor. So let me break it down to you, brother. See, this is the problem with a lot of people, is they want to take modern day understanding of things and try to apply it to what things were in the past. You see, both words to which you speak do have different spellings in American English. You're absolutely correct. And one of them does mean mourning, as in a loss, grief, something of that nature. Whereas the other one specifies a time of day in our world today. Now, I had to specify that, Professor Glasses on, push him up like a nerd, so that you can understand something, brother. You see, both words originate from the word M-U-R-N-U-N-G in Old Middle English. All right, mourning is where both words originate from. You see, mourning is where we get mourning, grief. But you have to understand, it was set as a period of time of grief. That early part of the day of grief that lasted for 6 to 8 weeks of mourning someone, of grieving for someone or something that you lost, right? So then the word adapted and grew because it specified a certain time of day that you perform your mourning of sadness, a special time of day to profess your mourning of day of sadness. I had to say that to you twice. Push the glasses up one more time, so that you can understand that from the idea of there's a special time in the beginning of the day that you wore black sackcloth, which let me explain something to you. You wore black not because it was a color of grief. It was because they got that from the Egyptians, because during that time of burial they wore black because they knew the black absorbed the radiation of the sun, and they wanted that solar energy, that energy of the sun god Heru, to be imbued upon them, because Heru was the one that advocated for you when you got to the scales of Ma'at, to be able to see if your heart can be measured against a feather, and you can cross over and live in the underworld with God, with the gods, with Osiris, with Asar. So the root word is the M-U-R-N-U-N-G, that meant a time frame of grief that began in the morning. Did you get it now? And then the word evolved, as many things evolve. So don't trip out on the homonym, bro. Don't trip out. I got your other video in a minute, other statement in a minute. I'm